Do you ever look in the mirror and feel like the reflection is catching up to you, just a little too quickly? Like time is playing a fast trick, and you feel older than you truly are. It's a feeling many of us share as the years go by. We notice little aches that weren't there before. Maybe our energy isn't quite what it used to be. Or perhaps our memory feels a little fuzzier around the edges. We often blame it simply on getting older, as if it's just an unavoidable fate. A switch that gets flipped on our 60th or 70th birthday. But what if I told you that some of the things making you feel this way aren't just the march of time itself? What if there are daily habits, things we do almost on autopilot, that are actually putting the fast-forward button on the aging process without us even realizing it? It's a painful reality to think that our own routines could be working against us, adding years to how we look and feel, not just on the outside, but deep within our bodies and minds. It feels like a secret that no one tells you. Doesn't it? The good news is, once you know what these habits are, you have the power to slow things down, maybe even reverse some of the effects. In this video, we're going to uncover these surprising daily habits, the ones that might be sabotaging your youthful energy and vitality. We'll talk about things that impact your physical strength, your mental clarity, and your overall feeling of well-being. And don't go anywhere, because you'll want to watch to the very end for something that will truly surprise you and change the way you think about aging. Let's dive right into the first area that might be making time move faster than it needs to. And it's something incredibly common in our modern world. It's the simple act of sitting. Now, you might be thinking, what's wrong with sitting? I've worked hard all my life. I deserve to relax, and absolutely. Rest is vital. But it's the amount of time we spend sitting, day in and day out, that can quietly accelerate aging. Think about it. How much of your day is spent parked? Maybe you sit to eat breakfast, then sit to watch the news, then sit to read, then sit in the car, sit to visit with friends, sit to watch TV in the evening. It adds up, doesn't it? While it feels restful. Prolonged sitting is incredibly hard on the body over time. When we sit for hours, our muscles, especially in the legs and core, aren't engaged. They start to weaken and atrophy. Our circulation slows down, which means less oxygen and nutrients are getting efficiently delivered throughout our bodies, including to our brains and skin. This poor circulation can lead to issues like swollen ankles, increased risk of blood clots, and a general feeling of sluggishness. Our joints can become stiff and less mobile because they're not being used through their full range of motion. Our posture often suffers, leading to hunched shoulders and back pain, which doesn't just feel bad. It affects our breathing and overall energy levels. Even our metabolism slows down when we're sedentary, making it harder to manage weight and process sugars effectively, increasing the risk of conditions like type 2 diabetes, which itself is linked to accelerated aging at a cellular level. It's a silent drain on your vitality. It's not about being glued to a treadmill. Not at all. It's about breaking up those long periods of inactivity. It's about adding small pockets of movement throughout the day. Think about it like this: your body was designed to move. It thrives on movement. When you sit for hours, it's like a car engine left idling for too long. It's not working efficiently, and it's slowly wearing down parts that should be active. The good news is, you don't need a gym membership or fancy equipment to counteract this. It starts with awareness. Notice how long you've been sitting. Set a timer if you need to. Aim to get up and move around for a few minutes every hour. Just stand up, stretch, walk to the kitchen for a glass of water, walk around the house while you're on the phone, march in place during commercials, or even do a few gentle standing exercises like leg lifts or arm circles. If you're watching TV, try standing up and sitting down a few times during the show. When you're reading, take a break every chapter or two to simply walk a lap around the room. Little bursts of activity can make a huge difference in keeping your circulation flowing, your muscles engaged, and your joints happy. It sends a signal to your body that it's still needed, still vital, not ready to just settle into stillness. This habit of integrating more movement throughout your day, even small amounts, is like pressing the pause button on some of those aging effects that come from a sedentary lifestyle. It keeps your engine running smoothly, your parts lubricated, and your delivery system, your circulation working efficiently. It's about living an active life, not just exercising occasionally. Now, closely related to how much we move is what we choose to put into our bodies. This brings us to another habit that might be speeding up your internal clock, relying too much on processed foods and sugar. It's so easy, isn't it? These foods are convenient, often tasty, and everywhere we look. But the truth is, the more our diet consists of things that come in packets, boxes, and cans, the less real nourishment our bodies are getting. Processed foods are often high in unhealthy fats, salt, and artificial ingredients, and critically, they are often loaded with added sugars. While sugar gives you a quick burst of energy, what follows is often a crash, leaving you feeling more tired than before. But the effects go much deeper than just energy levels. Excess sugar in the bloodstream can damage collagen and elastin, the proteins that keep our skin firm and elastic. This process is called glycation, and it contributes to wrinkles and sagging skin, making you look older. Beyond the skin, chronic high sugar intake fuels inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is like a slow-burning fire that damages cells and tissues over time. It's implicated in almost every age-related disease, from heart disease and arthritis to cognitive decline. When your body is constantly battling this internal inflammation from a poor diet, it's diverting resources away from repair and maintenance, the processes that keep you feeling and functioning young. Think about foods that are heavily processed sugary cereals, white bread, pastries, biscuits, sugary drinks, fast food, ready meals loaded with preservatives and flavor enhancers. These are often stripped of the fiber, vitamins, and minerals that your body desperately needs to function optimally. Without these essential nutrients, your body struggles to repair damage, maintain energy levels, and keep your systems running smoothly. It's like trying to run a high-performance car on low-quality fuel. It might go, but it won't perform at its best, and it will wear out faster. So, how do you combat this? It's not about being perfect or eliminating everything you enjoy. It's about making conscious choices more often. It's about shifting the balance towards whole, unprocessed foods. Think colorful fruits and vegetables, lean proteins like fish and poultry, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. These foods are packed with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. Everything your body needs to fight inflammation, support cellular repair, and maintain youthful energy. Small changes can make a big difference. Try swapping that sugary cereal for oatmeal with berries. Choose wholemeal bread instead of white. Snack on a piece of fruit or a handful of nuts instead of biscuits. Cook more meals from scratch, so you know exactly what's going into your food. Read labels and be mindful of added sugars, often listed as sucrose, glucose, fructose, corn syrup, and many other names. Reducing your reliance on processed foods and cutting down on added sugar is one of the most powerful steps you can take to slow down the physical and internal signs of aging. It fuels your body with what it needs to stay strong, vibrant, and resilient, building on the idea of what we consume. But moving beyond just food, let's talk about something that nourishes us in a different way. Yet its absence can truly accelerate aging, meaningful social connection. Many people, as they get older, might find their social circles shrinking. Children grow up and move away. Friends and family members might pass on. Or maybe health challenges make it harder to get out and about. It can be easy to drift into a pattern of spending more and more time alone. While solitude can be peaceful and necessary, chronic loneliness and social isolation are far from healthy. Humans are social creatures. We are wired for connection. when we lack meaningful interaction with others. It doesn't just affect our mood, it has profound physical consequences. Studies have shown that social isolation is linked to an increased risk of heart disease, stroke, depression, anxiety, and even cognitive decline. It can elevate stress hormones like cortisol, which, as we touched on earlier, fuel inflammation and damage cells over time. Think of it this way. Loneliness puts your body into a state of stress. It feels threatened, even though the threat isn't a saber-toothed tiger, but rather the absence of connection. This chronic stress response wears down your body's systems. It's like constantly revving an engine even when it's not going anywhere. On the flip side, strong social connections are like a protective shield. Spending time with people you care about, talking, laughing, sharing experiences, offering support, releases feel-good hormones like oxytocin. These hormones counteract stress, reduce inflammation, and boost your immune system. Having a support system means you're more likely to cope better with life's challenges, which reduces chronic stress. It also encourages healthy behaviors. Friends might encourage you to go for a walk, try a new healthy recipe, or remind you to take care of yourself. Isolation often leads to neglecting self-care. If no one is going to see you, why bother getting dressed, fixing your hair, or even eating a proper meal? Connection provides purpose and motivation. It keeps your mind engaged, especially if you're having stimulating conversations. It gives you reasons to get out of the house and participate in the world. So, how do you nurture this vital connection, especially if it feels difficult right now? It takes conscious effort, but it's worth it. Think about reaching out to old friends or family members, even just a phone call. Explore local community centers, libraries, or senior centers. They often have clubs, classes, and activities. Volunteer for a cause you care about. It's a wonderful way to meet like-minded people and feel a sense of purpose. Join a book club, a walking group, a church group, or a gardening club. If getting out is difficult, explore online communities or video calls with family. Even a regular phone call with one trusted friend can make a significant difference. It's not about having dozens of acquaintances. It's about having a few genuine connections where you feel seen, heard, and valued. Nurturing your social life is not a luxury. It's a fundamental part of healthy aging and can quite literally help keep you feeling younger and more vibrant. Moving from our social connections to something equally fundamental for our well-being. Let's look at another common habit that can secretly accelerate aging: not getting enough quality sleep. It's easy to think of sleep as downtime, just a pause in the day. But in reality, sleep is when your body and brain do their most important work of repair and rejuvenation. When you consistently cut your sleep short, or the sleep you do get is poor quality, maybe you wake up frequently, or you don't feel rested in the morning, you're robbing your body of critical healing time. Chronic sleep deprivation is a form of stress on the body. Like other forms of stress, it increases inflammation and disrupts hormone balance. Cortisol levels can stay elevated, and the production of growth hormone, which is essential for cell repair and muscle maintenance, decreases. This contributes to everything from weakened immunity and slower wound healing to reduced muscle mass and increased fat storage. All things we associate with getting older. Lack of sleep also profoundly impacts your brain. During sleep, your brain clears out metabolic waste products that build up during the day, including proteins like beta amyloid, which are linked to Alzheimer's disease. Poor sleep can impair memory, concentration, problem-solving skills, and overall cognitive function, making you feel mentally foggy and older than your years. On the physical side, consistently missing sleep can make you crave unhealthy sugary and processed foods because your body is looking for quick energy boosts. This ties right back into the negative effects of poor diet we discussed earlier. It's a vicious cycle. Furthermore, sleep deprivation can make you more irritable, anxious, and susceptible to low mood, which impacts your social interactions and overall quality of life. So, How do you make sleep a priority? It starts with respecting it as a vital pillar of health, just as important as diet and exercise. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night. Establish a regular sleep schedule, going to bed and waking up around the same time each day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's internal clock. Create a relaxing bedtime routine, maybe a warm bath, reading a book, or listening to calm music. Avoid caffeine and alcohol in the hours before bed. Make your bedroom a sleep sanctuary dark, quiet, and cool. Try to avoid screens, phones, tablets, TV in bed, as the blue light can interfere with sleep hormones. If you find yourself lying awake, get out of bed after 20 minutes. Go to another room and do something quiet until you feel sleepy. Then return to bed. Don't just lie there getting frustrated. Napping can be beneficial, but keep it short, 20-30 minutes, and avoid napping late in the day, as it can make it harder to sleep at night. Prioritizing sufficient. Restful sleep is one of the most powerful anti-aging tools you have. It allows your body and mind to repair, recharge, and stay resilient. So, we've talked about the power of movement, the importance of nourishing your body with the right foods, the vital role of staying connected with others, and the absolute necessity of getting enough quality sleep. These habits, sitting too much, relying on processed food and sugar, becoming isolated, and sacrificing sleep, might seem harmless on their own. But when they become consistent parts of our daily routine, they create a cumulative effect. They work together to add stress to our systems, fuel inflammation, slow down repair processes, and ultimately, make us feel and look older than we need to. Thinking about all of this might feel a little overwhelming, or perhaps even discouraging. It's easy to look at habits we've had for years and think, well, it's too late to change now. But that, my friend, is simply not true. This is where the real power lies, in the knowledge that these aren't just inevitable signs of age, but often the results of habits that we can, with effort and consistency, modify. The most surprising truth. It's not about drastic, impossible changes. It's about small, manageable adjustments that you incorporate step by step. Remember the standing breaks. That's not a marathon. Just a few minutes every hour. Swapping a sugary drink for water. That's one simple choice at a time. Reaching out to one friend this week. That's a single phone call. Adding 30 minutes to your sleep schedule. It might start with just 15. Every single step, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. It's about progress, not perfection. When you start moving a little more, your circulation improves, and you feel a little more energetic. When you choose whole foods more often, your body gets the nutrients it needs to repair itself, and your skin might even start to look a little clearer. When you connect with others, your mood lifts, and stress levels decrease. When you prioritize sleep, your mind is sharper, and your body feels more restored. These positive changes reinforce each other, creating a virtuous cycle that works for you, not against you. In the aging process, it's never too late to start building healthier habits. Your body is incredibly resilient and capable of healing and improving at any age. By making conscious choices about these daily routines, you're not just adding years to your life, you're adding life to your years. You're boosting your energy, sharpening your mind, strengthening your body, and lifting your spirits. It's about living your best life, not just for today, but for all the wonderful years ahead. What habit resonates most with you? Is there one you feel ready to tackle first? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Sharing helps others feel less alone and gives us all great ideas. If you found this video helpful or surprising, please give it a thumbs up. It helps others find it too. And if you want more practical tips and encouragement for living well at every stage of life, make sure you subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so you don't miss out. Thank you for joining me today. Remember, your later years can be your most vibrant and fulfilling. Embrace the power you have to shape your days, because these daily habits truly make a difference. Live your best life at every age.